What's going on, everybody? I am Captain RoBear. This is Saved by the Smell 3, Tormund's Quest 26.
All right, quit clenching. Now let it out.
I will say, you know what? We're pretty damn good professionals, because normally an audio issue like that would knock us out for like an hour. Now we got that shit down, like 20 minutes. Get an intro.
Here's the
Yeah,
thing.
geez, radio, way to have audio issues.
You troubleshoot audio for long enough, you start seeing the same problems, and you start getting that spreadsheet, that workflow. All right, if this doesn't work, go to this. If this doesn't work, go to this. Or if the user is being stupid, then change the user.
Love you, buddy.
Hey, never love.
Now I constantly get to tell Adam, okay, now I know what you told me, but I want you to go to the thing that says microphone.
Look, I got nothing. I was so focused on my poor, horrible dice rolls that
Maybe this is going to turn that luck around. Maybe this is finally going to do it.
I mean, Lady Luck herself, Timora, was in chat blessing me. So if Lady Luck can't do it, then I guess I'm getting visited by Bashaba. So I don't know. We'll find out together.
It is a
We'll
journey.
take this journey together.
Oh, let's go, man. Radio. You got any announcements this week, my friend?
Ooh, just looking forward to getting into some Destiny this weekend. I've been doing a little bit of off-stream grinding, and Saturday, man, I am in on Season of the Arrival at this point. I've got weapons to collect. I've got a dungeon to get into before this weekend is over. So, I mean, there's going to be some stuff to be done.
No more skill-based matchmaking for almost everything, and including Iron Banner. My day has beyond been made. We're actually going to be able to connect to games and play at a fast rate. Oh.
We'll see how good it works.
Yeah, we'll find out tonight. I mean, that will be the truth of waiting in between games.
I mean, I want those quick play matches to go like that. And I want some
quick
noobs
play
there so I can stomp on them real hard.
It's not load play. It's not slow play.
Yeah, I'm
That's great.
very excited about the changes they've implemented. Long time coming on that. Long time coming. Jim, you got any announcements for this week, my friend?
Just killing it in Doom still. I am getting all my graphics together so that I will start streaming. And I'll actually be, part of the real world and not lurking anymore. I've been a lurker for, we won't reveal my age, but a while.
God, shut up!
It's been 84 years.
You're in an old fart group over here. You're safe.
I am. I'm starting to get the. I'm wearing a hat today because I started noticing my Mr. Fantastic is growing in. This is the first time ever when I was like, okay, all right,
Yeah,
that's happening.
Yeah. I looked underneath the beard today. I was like, oh man, there's a lot of gray in there. 2020 done it, man.
Yeah, man, it came hard. It is. I mean, at the beginning of 2020, I did not have the, granted, I also didn't have the quarantine cut. It's normally nice and shaved, and every 3 weeks I go and get it, lined up.
Well, now that you're about to be a content creator, I mean, the quarantine cut right now is the premier piece of content you could possibly drop. It's 100% brand safe, and no one can hate you for it because it's your own personal glow up, and nobody can knock you for it.
The other thing is, I just want to throw this a quick shout out to Critical Bard. If anybody watches Critical Role or anything like that, there's a gentleman on there, not on the show, but he's big in the fan base. His name is Critical Bard. Go check out his Twitch. He had 2 discussions last week and this week. It will open your eyes. For sure, do that.
Was he on there with
I'm not
Libra
gonna
and Cypher too?
No, that was another one.
That was on Bromans, and then
Yeah, this one was with Cypher Tier was on there, and a couple other creators that I had never heard of before, besides Christina. But it will seriously open your eyes, and that's all I'm going to say is just be open to the discussion. It's literally just a round table. They're not going to teach you anything. All they're going to do is allow you into their world a little bit and really show you what they live with. So I highly recommend it.
That's the best way to learn, folks, through primary sources, my friends. Stories from primary sources. Love it, man.
That's me.
Adam, announcements for this week, my friend.
What's Boss Man Adam to you, please?
Yeah, I was gonna say on a personal / professional level, I guess. I was promoted today at my job at Corsair, so
Let's go.
Hell yeah. Let's see them 20s in the chat.
Truly.
so that's good. Yeah, that was great. That was a nice surprise. And then, yeah, the other thing is that I've been, been back on the Destiny grind, and I've been trying to catch up, and I'm like light level 905, and we're powering through. So hopefully we can make some ground this weekend. And other than that, I love you all. You're great. And I don't know how to fix microphones if the audio's messed up.
but you do now.
I know how to download TeamViewer.
Smoking like a true boss right there. I don't know how to fix it, but one of
I
my
have
minions
people
can.
for that now. Thanks.
I'll have my people call your people.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's it.
That tech support bill.
Yeah, I'm just excited. Thursday, Tormund's Quest, D&D. I love it.
Okay.
Durr. So, announcements over here. As I've been saying all week, as we are sponsored this entire month by StartPlaying.games. If you drop !play D&D in the chat, you'll see the link to the lovely website where I'm going to set up my first commission game of D&D ever. And you can believe it or not, I'm actually not going to go to the lake this weekend so I can get everything hemmed up for the game. Since I don't have internet out there still, I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay in town and get this bad boy set up on my off day. So Saturday, we're going to get everything lined out. So if you have submitted an application to be in that game, you will have to resubmit because they're actually not there. I found that out today when I sat down and devoted a couple hours to it. So if you're looking to get in on this first 3-part game of Commission D&D that I ever do, you'll need to resubmit those applications. I'm going to drop a lovely thing in the Discord that has a direct link right to it. Or you can use that command right now that's in the chat, !play D&D, and you guys can go over there and check and see all the lovely DMs that my buddy Devin and Nate have curated into this massive site to get you guys into relevant games that you want to play. You can search by all sorts of different styles. You can look for heavy combat, puzzle games, ones that are more role play involved. All those wonderful features are all inside their website. I just want to give them a huge thank you. Awesome sponsor, a relevant one. I'm so pumped. I was so excited. Devin's a friend of mine anyway that I got to meet last year at TwitchCon. Very cool to get to do something with his new company. And I hope it takes fish to water because I think it's something that is incredibly needed for a curated space. As always, big shout out to another huge sponsor for us the entire year, Voodoo Ranger. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for the amazing beer drop. I just got a whole case of beer in from them, and I've started carving my way through the side of it, and I got to Juicy Haze today. Super exciting. One of my faves.
Was it in there?
Juicy is my,
Was it in
Juicy
there?
is my favorite out of there.
Was what in there? 1985? No, it's not in this variety pack.
Oh, dude, I want you to try this juicy mango haze. It is so good.
I cannot wait, but yeah, I'm having to sit here in Sticksville and wait for it. But Patrick, thank you as always. Thank you to Voodoo Ranger for trusting us and fueling our content. You guys are amazing as always. Live dangerously, drink responsibly.
Thanks for the Simcoe Citra and Cascade and that wonderful mango pineapple guava aroma.
I hate you so much, Meg. I hate you so much. I can't even go out and get it if I wanted to. Because trust me, if it was here, I would go and get it. And from being a person who's always had this stuff at a bar, this hurts. I don't know what is all this going to the grocery store to pick up beer is so weird for me.
Because I got friends in beer places.
Where the whiskey drowns.
I'm dead honest. When I was in a grocery store the last time buying this much beer, the aisle was literally 2 parts. Like compared to where it is now. You know, that's half my age ago. 16 years old, loading up. It's a very different different marketplace.
Welcome to the other side, man.
So many options, man.
Have you guys tried the honey orange triple? I'm just looking at the list right now. That looks good.
No, I haven't.
Right.
I haven't had their triple in forever, man. I used to drink the old 1554s back in the day because there was.
I saw that's right next to it. Yeah.
There was that was like the bar's like one hidden good beer that was downtown. It was like, yeah, give me the 1554s, you know. Everybody else was all drinking the Fat Tire. Was like, snipe those. And to Roll20, thank you guys for being our virtual tabletop of choice. They're the ones that bring you the beautiful music that everyone in our party can hear, as well as the audience right now, and our super sweet visuals. I really, really, really have taken you for granted over the years, Roll20, because I've watched some other systems, and I just really like the presentation of yours, including the dice that kilter over just a little bit. Everything about their presentation, I just really, really like, and they're on the cutting edge of it. I thoroughly suggest you guys check out Roll20. The first time you want to run an all virtual game, it can be intimidating at first, but I promise you, if I can do it, you have no excuses. You got no excuses. You can learn it too. And last but not least, DnDBeyond.com. Thank you guys for fueling all of our character creations and virtual dice rolling needs. You guys are amazing. I needed to look up some lore this evening before my session. Super easy with that search bar. Awesome. Pulled out exactly what I needed. I can't tell you. I'm so far removed from knowing page numbers now. Like, dude, I'm done. It's like it never existed in my life. I used to be able to tell you in 5th edition page numbers of where stuff was, and now it's like it's gone, man. I can roughly tell you where in the book.
Bottom right too. Like if you look on D&D Beyond, it's on the bottom right, and you're like, why am I not paying attention to this?
I remember in a world where we used to use those.
I used to remember phone numbers before my cell phone too.
True. Dude, I got a buddy that still got them all down, man. That's when you know you live in a small town, because nobody's changed their number over here. Like mine's been mine since I had a singular account.
Oh wow.
Rocking the olds. Hey, let me tell you the amount of robo dials I get, premium. Premium, dude.
That's high quality right there.
Actually, I've had the same for when I had Centennial Wireless.
Worth it. Centennial?
Dude.
Centennial Wireless.
Was that on a Motorola StarTech?
Right there.
Was that on the alarm clock?
Literally started there, and I've had the same number ever since.
Oh, dude, for the OGs, the holdouts. God, we should have switched a long time ago. That's how it goes, man. Happy places.
Happy places. We're in a happy place right now.
So,
right now.
Shall we, gentlemen?
Let's dive in.
On Saved by the Spell. Tormund's Quest. After vanquishing Cryovane the White Dragon and Icespire Hold, you took your spoils, headed back to Phandalin to a hero's welcome. After giving Harbin Wester a good runaround. You guys made your way back to the guild hall. And like all good small towns, the big cities, you guys threw one hell of a feast. In your honor, got to boogie down, dance, socialize, eat and drink, your hearts be merry. All culminating to an end meeting of Tormund getting to see his father for the first time since he set out on his quest to become an adventurer. After an emotionally charged moment in lantern light, as the rain began, Tormund finally won his father's approval and let night take him, as well as the rest of the merriment refreshments, and got a good night's rest. We pick up back in Phandalin, most likely very hungover. And you're gonna have to roll for disadvantage against me, my friend, to see if you get to make this coffee.
What am I rolling?
Oh, this is a
Constitution?
yeah, this is Constitution at disadvantage. This is gonna be on the public dice, my dude.
Yep, here it comes. It's a +4. Oh, hey, hell with getting that 23.
Oh, you're a +4?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, did I just talk shit, get crit?
You just
I can't tell you what I don't have my character sheet pulled up, so it's the anticipation as usual. I like to load everything else in but what I need to play D&D with. That's
an
usually
8. Can you beat the 8?
The mechanic's car is always the last to be worked on.
truth. I think you beat me. I don't think my constitution's that high. What do I smell? Yeah. Maybe your boy finally is becoming an adventurer. As I smell the smell of fresh coffee wafting into Dirakt's room.
Tormund's just sitting at the table, cup of coffee next to him, cup of coffee in his hand.
Dirakt waddles in, old man style. This is upstairs, and I'm envisioning we have a kitchenette upstairs in the Phandalin Guildhall. So I got like the old man stumble with the tidy whities. I don't know what it is with me and tidy whities in these campaigns. I don't even wear tidy whities, but in every campaign, apparently I'm stumbling around in my tidy whiteys.
We all know you don't wear underwear anyway, so I mean,
that would be so brutal. That would be so brutal. Yeah, apparently I'm just Trevor from GTA and everything.
The tattoo right around the neck.
no regrets.
I go over very, very hungover.
Just slide the cup over to you. Have a fun night.
Anything that I've taught you that's been a success. The early bird gets the worm coffee making shit. Old man can get used to.
Let's just put it this way. I think you made enough cups of coffee to start the campfire. You deserve a little break, old man.
He says, a big smile on his face as he goes, go find that bedpan. He's gonna go unleash the dragon.
I'm sleeping in a little bit.
That's right.
are you alone?
I don't know. We'll find out when I wake up.
I basically look bright and chipper, but at the same time, I'm awake before everyone else. I'm still at the bar.
Does he sleep?
All my goth crew are still passed out.
So did you just not sleep?
Oh, I did.
Okay, you're just down. You're hitting it New Orleans style.
I sleep like I do when I'm drunk for about 3 hours, and then I pop up just like immediately, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Why does everything hurt? Why am I sweating?
Alcoholic sugar.
Been there, done that.
So true. So true.
Yeah.
Direkt, when you're done shaking the lizard, let's go wake Gale up. See what Arkonan's doing. I got a fearsome hunger for some bacon and some sausages and some eggs and some pancakes and maybe some waffles, and I want peanut butter on them.
Full 9 yards.
Not this again.
Oh, your old man's gonna take just a second here, so go ahead and give him hell for me real quick. Why don't you?
Direkt, you're looking a little green.
I'm fine, goddammit. Go.
Are you sure?
You question me again, I'm gonna turn this thing on you.
All right. Just picks up this cup of coffee, fills it with the little French press that's sitting there. There's enough for another cup whenever you're done throwing up. I'll see you later. Out the door.
I'm not throwing. That boy's dumber than a box of rocks with a good heart.
I'm gonna get into the hallway. Look around. Oh, Gale, where are you?
He's gonna roll a perception check at disadvantage to see if I even hear your ass. Nope. No answer.
All right. Knocking on the door to the right.
What a dick. Oh, Gale, wake up. It's breakfast time. Come on.
Give me 5 more minutes.
By the way, I'm gonna roll for your occupancy in there. You're the last one. No, you can. Doesn't mean there was a bad exit. It's just you slept late. So however you want to role play, there could be notes, items, whatever you want, but they're no longer there because it's breakfast service. So there are people working in town.
Yep. So I just kind of face in the pillow and just kind of ugh. Everything hurts.
Just gonna lean on the door, trying to listen.
Syra's gone.
Take my cup of coffee and go downstairs and get some breakfast.
I'm gonna sit up. Oh. Notice a note. Look at it. Thanks for the good time. Laura.
She wasn't Karen.
I thought her name was Oh. All right. Then spend like 10 minutes trying to find my clothes and everything else that's tossed in this room. Get it all on eventually. Prestidigitation so I look great. Open the door, head downstairs, walk straight for the coffee. Don't even acknowledge Tormund or anyone else in the room. I just go straight there.
What is my perception? Is there? I don't know if I see at a 6. I don't even know if I see Arkonan sitting at the bar. I'm going into that bacon and eggs.
Dirakt makes his way down, fully dressed now, ready to go for the day. He's gonna make his way to the Bloody Mary bar immediately, because this is this is a Miners Guild Hall. Of course, there's a Bloody Mary bar every morning when you wake up. Over the side, and as always, I eat about 3 of the pearl onions and 3 of the olives before I even put them in my drink.
Pearl onions.
Oh, dude, the best. You go down to New Orleans and they have the okra, the pearl onions, the carrots.
I'll eat the
Peppers.
okra and the carrots off of it. I'll leave you the pearl onions. Those are all yours.
Is this like a thing now where we just talk about amazing food for the first half of the session, and then all I want to do is just eat?
That has always been Tormund's quest. Tormund's quest has been notoriously bad about that.
We do a lot of eating. Easy there, Gil.
It's a hair of the dragon. Scale of the dragon.
Did you say that? I look up. There's a half peanut butter covered waffle and a piece of bacon sitting on top of it, just sticking out of my jaw.
Not that loud, please.
Oh,
man, you're awake. How was night?
I'd slowly take my fork and just drag it across the plate.
Today is the day you die. I'm gonna grab a plate, sit down, and just slowly start eating and drinking my coffee.
you're gonna want your sun shaders today. It's a bright one out there, boy.
I just need a bit of time. I am not a morning person.
So much of the day is wasted.
I don't feel like I'm wasting away the day when I'm hiding from it.
Yeah, Tormund, the city mouse is quite different than the country mouse. There's no doubt about that.
I am not a mouse.
Mouse be damned.
That's right. He probably had them.
Might be drunk. Why don't you get one of the why don't you get one of those Bloody Marys? You might feel better. A little headache medicine.
There's Bloody Marys.
Hey, Dirakt, put extra spice in this. Lots of horseradish.
I'm not stopping 15 times today because the old boy shits his pants before we make it all the way up to the dragon barrel, let alone back to his house. But
Hey, do you guys remember Vora from last night?
The question is, do you remember Laura?
There was definitely a Syra, but I can't tell if there was 2 or if Syra is Laura.
sounds like you're gonna have to be your own detective there, Chief.
I'll go back to my original question. Did you have a good time?
I think so.
There you go. So there was 2 of them.
Either way, whether there was
Even
actually
if it
2
was
or you just saw 2.
Lefty and righty. You had a good time.
Sairo is definitely left-handed.
I don't even know what to say about that.
This is very good.
Now that you got that out of your system, can't wait to meet your girlfriend back in back in Neverwinter, or is it are you one of those nobility that's forced into a family arrangement?
What are you talking about?
Arranged marriages, my friend.
I know what an arranged marriage is. I don't have a girlfriend.
Boyfriend?
City
I
Mouse.
don't have a boyfriend.
I don't know. He might have a little offspring after last night. You never know.
Might be teaching a new adventurer before we know it, boys. I'm glad you had a good time. Glad everyone had a good time.
Couldn't be the only one. Did you guys have a good time? I kind of lost track after the dancing and drinking and the more drinking.
Gale, Stormin thumps a hand on your shoulder. Best time ever.
Oh? And what did you get into after I went to bed?
Lots of ale. Good stories.
Sounds like a good night. I
The
like
best night.
stories.
The best night.
What are we doing again today?
You're going home, my friend.
We didn't say we were leaving you there. Just have
Let me ask
business
you
to
a
do.
When you
Okay.
say we are going home, or I am going home, do you mean to tell me that we are going to Neverwinter?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can read
Just
you
to
out the
Neverwinter.
I can read you out the itinerary. Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Hold on. Let's take notes. Let Dirakt speak.
Whenever you
What?
take off north, we're headed up to the Dragon Barrel.
Yep.
The Tormund can perform his last rites for Lady Tanamir and Dragon Slayer.
Not performing last rites on anything. Fulfilling a promise.
Well, I hope that sword doesn't have to be used again.
We'll know where it is, maybe.
After the semantics of the ceremony, we will head and continue up the high road. Be back in Neverwinter, as we have a bounty to collect on Crowvane, as well as paying our old friend Don John Raskin a visit. Been a hot minute since we've seen him. Might even run into our old buddy Moonspell. Who knows?
Sounds like an adventure. And then we're gonna go stop at Gale's house.
No,
No?
we're not going to my house. I will take you around Neverwinter. I will take you anywhere you want to go, but we are not going to my house.
Sounds like the declaration of a man right there. What's
I can't wait until you meet Luther. You're going to love Luther.
Who's Luther?
Luther owns this tailor shop. He is the one that outfits me. Fantastic, very exuberant, in your face type, but very good at picking what accents you. And I cannot wait to get you both, all three of you actually, dolled up. You're going to be looking like the true city slickers that I know you're not.
You really think Luther's gonna have something to fit this dragonborn? See, pats his back. You can see the ripples.
Well, if I didn't know any better, I would say that Luther is the reason I even believe in the divine's powers. I've seen him work many a miracle. It is quite incredible.
Well, I'll tell you what. He showed you how to skin a buck. You can show me how to dress like one of them fancy folk in Neverwinter.
The dressing is the easy part. It is what you do that is difficult. It is a whole different style of combats that I am a better master in than you, Tormund.
So basically, shut my mouth and let you speak. Got it. All right, cool.
Quite the opposite. I'm excited to see you talk.
Direct? We might die in Neverwinter.
You are more likely to get a knife in your back in Neverwinter than you are inside the woods or even Phantlin.
That is true.
Hell,
Especially
even
if you have to deal with the Earharts.
will sound like the kind of people that'll stab you right in front of your face. Who are the Earharts?
They're a rival family of ours. They're just a bunch of pieces of shit.
You got families, you got gangs in Neverwinter.
You got everything, my friend. Gangs, crooks, criminals. Most of them are politicians. You have rich, poor, laborers, lots of laborers. All kinds of walks of life.
You see, Tormund, there was a volcano that erupted about 50 years ago this way. Over in the, Mount Hontanau. It's a little bit farther north. See, Gale's family's, I'm assuming more than likely one of those survivors of this catastrophe. It's helped rebuild the city to what it is today.
You wouldn't know it. Everybody only knows of the Lord Protector and all that he has done for the city. Now that man is a prick.
And that's just the person we have to negotiate about these damn high taxes that are levied. Tormund, you wouldn't believe it. It's actually the same rate for the poor folk as it is for the hyper-rich folk over there. He's got one of these flat tax systems. It's all high. I'm all for a flat tax if it's low. But high? Damn. What's the...
Yeah. You're gonna have to help me not swing my axe into somebody in Neverwinter, because it sounds like I'm gonna have to use words more than brute force.
Take the Dragonborn out of Grandcaster, but you can't take the Grandcaster out of the Dragonborn.
Oh, shut up, Dirakt. You think being at the foot of Gangcaster, I didn't learn about classes? Trust me, I saw all those hoity-toity nobles every time I was shoveling horse in the stables.
That's precisely why I think it'll be an interesting event.
You know what? Dirakt, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let Gale's tailor dress me up all fancy-like. I'm gonna go sashay around Neverwinter. And I'm gonna get the taxes in Phandalin lowered. Mark my word. I'm out of friggin' coffee.
I lean down to Gale and I say, "You're gonna make a politician out of him yet?"
Doubtful. What about you, Arkonan?
What about me?
What is your comfortability in the city?
Neverwinter? Neverwinter's alright. Try Baldur's Gate. There's a place you can get stabbed.
I'm good.
Been a long time since I've been to Baldur's Gate. It's just
You and I both.
just a young degenerate man. The kind of city where you do young degenerate things.
You can do old degenerate things there too.
Which is very true. Maybe we'll
Great
get to
thing
go
about-
there on Tormund's bachelor party or Gale's whenever they decide to settle down, Arkonan.
I would never go to Baldur's Gate for a bachelor party.
Ugh.
Oh, you should go to the High City.
I want to go to Baldur's Gate. As I lift my head up from my plate of food that I'm still devouring. It's at Baldur's Gate.
Anything you want.
As long as you don't get caught.
And everything I want here.
And if you do get
Sausage.
caught, make sure you got a nice fat purse in your pocket.
Ah.
The Flaming Fist love nothing better than to take your money.
Give them a flaming fist.
Dirakt reaches into his pocket. Looks over at Arkonan. Still got one of these in my pocket to this day. Folds it up.
You were in the city.
Longer than I'd care to share.
What's that, old man? You never showed me that before.
That coin has a story.
This coin's got a lot of stories. A lot of stories. But those stories are for a different city and a different day. I go back to Neverwinter ready to learn. Very different city the last time that I was there.
And we'll be schoolmates together then. Our
Now we will.
headmaster, Gale Everstorm.
If there's anything else you would like to tend to before we leave Phandalin, gentlemen, now's the time to do it. I don't intend on stopping until we get to the Dragon Barrel.
I need to make sure Ivan's got some good oats, and we get some more spam for our rucksack. So, wish me luck. I'm gonna go see our friends at the general store. If I'm not back in 3 days, consider me dead.
If I knew you were going to the general store, why did you wake me up? I could have been sleeping this whole time.
And
Tormund just takes his plate, throws it into the center of the table, gets up, and starts to walk away.
hold up here, did I just hear someone's making a trip down to Baratheon's to the general store? Oh, yeah, come here.
Yeah.
Come here, Tormund. Goes,
Yes, ma'am.
we need some more fresh vanilla over here. Because I'm not letting you leave unless you're getting fresh baked cookies. You're gonna get hungry on the road up there, and Lord knows you're not gonna be able to prepare your proper meal when you get up over there to the big city. It's all gonna be small little tiny plates. Gotta leave you with some meat on your bones.
90% meat, Miss Magrin.
She pinches you on the side. Oh, I think I found a spot right there. I think we need another layer right over there. So go.
Fine. You want bean or extract?
She looks at you with a face like, you know better than ask questions like that. But if that's all they have, it's what we'll take.
I'll get you
beans,
the good
please.
stuff. at any cost. Even if I have to slay another dragon, I will bring you back those beans. Just don't pinch me again, please.
She pinches you.
Yeah, damn it!
Go on, get out of here.
All right. Beans coming up. Anybody else need anything while I'm at the store? I'm looking over at Dirakt.
See if he's got any of that ox jerky. That's about it. You know, I'm a simple man of simple needs.
All right. Vanilla beans, ox jerky. Maybe some headache powder for little Gale. See y'all in the days.
Hey, Tormund. Come here. All right.
Heaves around. Goes back over your shoulder.
Come here. And I shocking grasp his back and say, "Don't call me Little Gale." You're free to go. This lesson is done for the day.
No bacon for you at the first campsite, asshole. I'm just gonna go huffing off.
All right. Tormund, as you make your way over to old man Baratheon's provisions, you can hear the bells of the oxen out back. As usual, you pass open that creaky old front barn door. He's got about 2 or 3 people that have been edging their way closer out the door. Another type that you know has probably been talking the weather for at least 30 to 40 minutes to whoever will stop by.
Yep. I'm going in. I'm going to cut him loose. I'm going to jump on the grenade. Brother! There's my old friend.
Hey, there he is, a prodigal son and never a Fandolin.
Hey, I'm just doing what I can to get revenge for that damn oxen that dragon stole from you.
Clutches his chest. It just pleases me, Tormund, that he didn't die in vain. He's a good ox. He was a good
Served
ox.
us well. Served us well.
Yeah.
Now, vengeance is done.
It's back to the real enemy. Government and taxes. That's the real dragon around here.
Well, that's stop number 2. We're getting ready to pull out the Neverwinter. We're looking for some supplies. Couple of things on the list. I need some vanilla.
Some
I need
supplies.
some ox jerky. I need some
Yeah.
oats for Ivan. We're gonna have to get some spam.
Yeah, I got some fresh ox jerky over here. I got some land yager here that's been hanging up since last week. What's your pick of the litter? We got mesquite. I got spicy cheese, jalapeno and cheese. And yeah, we got the old mystery, the last of the grinder. We'll mix everything on that one. Half off on the mystery stick.
Give me a grab bag. A little bit of everything and double on the mystery.
Double down on the mystery. You got it. Never can resist it. Yeah, hey, we got some steel cut oats over here on the side too.
That's what my boy likes. We'll get Ivan some steel cut oats. He'll like that.
Yeah.
Better double that order. I forgot we got another horse.
Hey.
Too.
Yeah, and if the horses don't need it, you know you can brew with that too.
Wait, like make beer?
Yeah. Never made any beer with steel cut oats before?
Oh, teach me.
Yeah.
How do I make beer with oats on the trail?
And on the trail, it's gonna be difficult. But if you come back around here, when you're back in town, we'll do a brew day. What do you say about that, Tormund?
Sounds like it's gonna be a long time before I get to drink any of that beer, but I'll take you up on it.
You remember now, you got a good afternoon. We'll put your work down here.
Well, you know me, I love work.
Go on, get with yourself, boy.
All right, just make sure. I gotta get vanilla beans. Otherwise, Magrin and the guild hall will have
Oh my
hide.
God. She's wearing me out. She done, it's her fourth bean this week. Yeah. What did she think this is? Water deep?
Whatever it is, I can't come back without it. There'll be 2 dragon heads in this camp.
Fine.
Briar's vein and mine.
I'm used to shaving. God, bless that woman. She's a bacon son of I tell you. All right. You get the last bean, it's yours. Here.
Just made a
And here.
old woman very
It's-
happy.
Just I ain't got the second bean. Just slide her a little this. It's not the normal cheap vanilla. This is some vanilla out of Baldur's Gate. I promise. It's better than the normal.
Wait, hold on. You're gonna expect me to sell
It's not.
Baldur's Gate vanilla extract to Magrin?
It's not it's not the artificial stuff. I'm telling you, it's better than what you think. You just need to give it a shot.
Unscrew the cap on it and well, she might tan my ass for it, but I'm gonna try and sell it.
Well, think of it this way: cookies or no cookies. Got to roll it, no.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. When you're right, you're
Yeah.
right. And hey, you're right.
Yeah. All right, Tormund. Don't you dare try to pay me for any of this. Just get your ass
No.
out of here. No.
No.
Now. Don't you dare. And this one's on the house.
Tormund's just gonna reach out, grab him, give him a big old hug.
Old man Brath, you pop a couple vertebrae when you do it. Hey. I don't think this is awkward or anything, but you just hold me right there for a minute.
He's gonna lift him up and try and pop his back a little bit more.
Oh God, it feels it feels like one of those canes you extend out in 8 pieces, all of them snapping together. Oh God.
So let gravity take hold. Hold on.
Tormund, old lady better be ready for me tonight. That's all I gotta say.
Oh God, hold on. With the 14th perception, do I feel anything growing?
No.
Perfect. I'm just gonna put him down and just pat him on the shoulder. Consider my my chiropractic services fee for all this wonderful stuff.
Trade well done. Go on, get your ass out of here.
All right. I'm leaving. Thank you. A wonderful day.
You're good, Tormund.
He shakes his head as he walks out. That may be the fastest I've ever gotten out of that store.
He wanted to pass that Mexican vanilla on you. That's the only reason. Truth, we really are fat kids. We worked Mexican vanilla into a campaign. Called it Baldur's Gate Vanilla.
Now, it's not as bad as what you think, all right?
It's not. Shit's good, man. That's when you know you're in truly a middle-class family household when they bake that much. You gotta buy freaking Mexican vanilla to be able to get through.
Dude, I have never, ever had any problem with that. Ever.
No.
In fact, that's the reason my cookies are so good.
Truth be told. Yeah, chat. If you haven't had any Mexican vanilla, go there.
Yeah, get some. The Toll House recipe with that vanilla. Just don't try and cheap. Don't use whole wheat flour. That's dumb.
Yeah, if you're gonna get the diabetes, go for the gold.
You're gonna get that.
Gold label bleach white flour.
But the only thing that doesn't apply with that is like brown sugar ain't gonna hurt you on some things. You want a little chewy? Want a little molasses?
Magnifico.
That's me an idea. Brown sugar and molasses together. That might be real nice.
That's what my mom always did. Always worked in a little bit of brown sugar, makes a chewier cookie. You just don't want to
I
get
always use brown sugar.
don't want to put too much. Put too much, you will. Oh my god, these things are so good. What is different about this cookie? Be gumming it over there like Larry from the back of freaking Baratheons.
Glad we didn't get to Larry.
No, I was ready. I wasn't ready to old man you and talk about the weather over here. I've already had that conversation with my own father. I didn't need to have it again with you and RP.
Thanks, Papa RoBear, for taking that one for me.
Well, it's just the entire weekend, Rob. Humidity's just gonna be gone. It's just gone. What do you call that? I counted. It was 6 us. Indian. We got a little slice of Indian summer this weekend. Yeah, I talked for 20 minutes about Indian summer with my father. Welcome to South
America.
Welcome to Southeast Missouri. Everything goes a little slower down here. You make your way back over. Everybody getting suited up. Horses ready, saddles. Magdalen's out there with the rolling pin. Like she is ready to quick fire these bad boys the minute you come back with the vanilla. Like you can see the hearth is fired up. She's gonna literally make you stone hearth fired cookies on the spot. All she needs is vanilla.
Road cookies. Let's go.
She reaches over. You get me the good stuff?
I'm gonna hold up the one vanilla bean. And then the extract.
It
I bought them out of everything they had. And apparently, this is Baldur's Gate vanilla.
Baldur's Gate vanilla. Roll a persuasion check.
Where's my persuasion? There it is. Oh, God. It's a 9.
There's never been anything good that's ever come out of that city, let alone vanilla.
I gave it all I got. He didn't have any other beans. This is exactly what he had. Just give it a smell as he rolls off the cap of it. Go ahead. Taste it.
I'll admit, it smells right, but that doesn't mean that it is. If these come out and they're a little bit floppy and they're a little bit off, it's not on me. It's not on
If they
me.
come out floppy, since you made them, they'll still be delicious. And I will eat Every single one of them, I promise.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I gotta get over. This has got to get combined over, and she takes it from you. Thank you. And spins around. Oh, and she turns back around, kind of composes herself a little bit, and she hands you 4 small individual bags. She's a true grandma. She saved us some cookie dough.
Oh,
everybody's got their own baseball-sized chunk of uncooked.
Oh.
Is that what I think it is?
Tormund's just gonna baseball pitch the 3 bags. Everybody. Spoils of war, gentlemen. Spoils of war.
This is what I was hoping. I was hoping you would come back with no vanilla at all. She would just give up, and I would go to that wastebasket whenever she tried to throw the whole damn thing away, and eat raw cookie doughs the entire way. Neverwinter, but this will do. This will do. Tormund, I don't. This is a stretch, but you seen no barley this morning?
I completely forgot about Braden. I have not seen him at all.
Yeah. Yeah,
Is his
shit.
card around here? Look around.
I don't know. He's got to be around here somewhere. If he's still here, we'll hear his ass before we get these damn cookies. But why don't you look in that pack and see if there's any of that fresh cream in there? You know, we're gonna take one bite of these damn cookies, and before you know, we're gonna be hightailing it back to the damn guild hall because we need some milk.
Gonna swing over my pack with that bread basket attached to it. Reach down there in the bottom. Pull up a half gallon of cream.
Oh, glass, cork, and all.
Yeah.
It's got to be the greatest magical item anyone has ever received of all time.
Well, for us hungry adventurers, you can't beat the cream, the bread, and that little secret compartment that's got that butter in it. Yo, you drink that butter coffee this morning?
Yes, it was phenomenal.
Feel like you got a little extra. In your pickle?
Pretty sure that's all of my arteries are clogged.
There you go. There you go.
But
I'm
I'm
sure.
awake, and surprisingly, I feel better.
There you go. Little coffee, little breakfast, and whatever is in that ball of cookie dough will do you good. Who knows? Maybe you start looking like me.
About the time that you see Magdarin coming out with fresh baked chocolate chip cookies, you can hear that old squeaky cart. Oh, you're gonna try to leave without me, what are you?
Oh boy, there he is.
Tormund, you look up to the front of his cart. You see a damn near whole bushel of tomatoes. You immediately know what that old man has done.
No.
Big smile on his face. We're not out of town yet, boy. We're not out of town yet. He is damn near picked the tomato plant clean from Harbin Wester's garden. It's all right. I left 2 of them over there. It's more than he'll eat. He'll just want to show them off. I just want to put them in my sandwich.
How does Shanti feel about vanity, huh?
She wants us to be fat and happy. and have 18 children. And a full BLT is a good way to start on that mission.
And considering I got us some bacon and some spam and some other stuff,
Ooh.
we'll have a good ride along that trail.
And this SLT is pretty good too. Go for one of those.
Throwing tomato on that was kind of default.
Been around, well, I haven't had to have any spam in a long time. And you got fresh bacon. You don't always go to the can first.
You need to understand the art of trail spam. It's a char level. I'm not gonna try and crap you. Come on, let's get out of town before Harbin Wester realize what you did to his garden.
Now don't touch these cookies for another 3 minutes. They'll scorch your mouth. They won't even hold up in your hand here. You need to set these down in between the parchment paper. And she starts loading up the basket for you. You can get in that basket in 5 minutes. Don't worry, the chocolate won't be hard. I know it. It'll still be nice and soft, and it won't burn the roof of your mouth.
I'm just gonna claw one off the top and shove it in my mouth.
Oh, dude, it's a scorcher. It's a scorcher.
Perfect.
Hey, but
Come on. I'm Dragonborn. I'm resistant to fire. It's fine. It's hot. It's delicious. Miss Magrin, you don't understand. That is the best way to have them. Right out of the oven. Hot as hell.
you're not right. There's nothing that's right about you. Matter of fact, the two of you are just a pair fit to be tied. Gale or Arkonan. Don't listen to these two. They'll stare you wrong every time. Look at them. They're thick as thieves. And especially the old man over there who's cackling by the side. Don't listen to the lot of them.
I just think it is funny that Brayden showed up right when the cookies were done.
This nose has got me through a good lot in life. She goes over to Magdrin. He does a little shuffle before he comes into the hug. And you can see he squeezes her and goes, "You don't think I'm leaving without any of that cookie dough myself?" Oh, get eat a big She slaps him across the belly, but it's not longer than 5 minutes when she comes out with a reserve chunk of dough. I knew you'd hold it out on us, Magdalene.
While he's giving her a hug and distracting her, I'm like, Tormund, give me a cookie.
Calling over to you.
Ah, shit. It's good.
Not as bad as Tormund, but yeah, you're like, yeah, I gotta be peeling the roof off my mouth for sure.
Oh, that is so good.
And for God's sakes, somebody give Arkonan. Look at him, he's withering away. Next time I see you, boy, you better not be looking in this shape. Feed him when you. She goes over to Gale and starts giving you an earful. I know they're going back over to your house, and I know you've been eating well over there, because I remember the first time that I saw you when you came here. I know you can eat well up there, so whoever's cooking, make sure he's cleaning his plate.
Did she notice the stack of plates by me? I mean, I eat more than all of you.
You know you can never please.
Oh, I know.
You can never please this woman. Can never please.
For 16 years of my life, she tried to fatten me up.
Miss Magdalene. And I just put my hands over her hands, just kind of clutch it, and I give her 5 gold pieces. Thank you for your hospitality. This is a down payment on future cookies.
I'm not spending a lick of this on anyone here. But we'll go to the Meals on Wheels program over here. We need to get some more meals out here. to the old shut-ins, the old bachelor farmers, and the ones that can't even actually get out here on their own accord. That will spend it to. And maybe a little bit of real vanilla the next time. But I will say, and I try it, I take the little pinch. It's not that bad.
You basically described everything from Baldur's Gate.
Not that bad.
Well,
I look forward to it.
we better get moving, otherwise we're gonna stick around for dinner. And I'm saying this because I'll be the first one to break. And I know
It's hard to leave Magdalen's cooking. I get it.
she's working
Get the
on
hell outta
country
here.
fried steak, so we need to move now before I reconsider.
We could stay for dinner. I'm not opposed.
It's north. Let's go. Come on.
Oh.
Neverwinter ho!
We got him cut extra rooster cut over here. Waves goodbye. As you guys saddle up, get Ivan and the rest of the horses their oats. Give them a little pep in their step.
I love that woman.
It's not to love. It's amazing. I feel 300 pounds heavier just hanging out with her.
Woman's
Not to
gonna.
mention, how much did you eat, Arkonan?
I think I lost track after the 6th plate.
How does that work? Like, I'm actually curious. I don't understand. Like, you ate so much, yet I think you're skinnier. Like, what is it about your profession that, like, is this some sort of like undead diet? I'm just confused.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I have a parasite.
Do you,
You see, Gail, it's what we call functional magic. It's called a metabolism. Something that we don't have in our family line that Arkonan has in his.
I wonder if there is a way to slow it down.
Not be an elf.
I can look at that basket over there with the cream and biscuits, cookies. I'll gain 10 pounds just thinking about it. Good news
I think I
is,
have.
we've been so busy running for our lives, it hasn't caught up with us yet.
That is true.
That doesn't matter for some of us.
Ivan whinnies a little bit. I think he's got other words to say. I think you've gotten a little bit heavier, my friend. Got him packed down with all those provisions.
You're a mythical horse. You should be able to take it.
Give him some of those oats.
He stomps a little bit extra. You can tell he's just trying to put on a show to get some more oats.
All right. Lean down. I'm going to give him a sugar cube. Shh. Don't tell the other horses that God knows.
He looks at you with that side eye after you slid the sugar cube, and you can just tell that owner to horse bond. If you don't slide me one of those cookies, I'm gonna nip your hand the next time.
Grab a cookie and just put it in front of his muzzle.
Oh yeah, you get the full-on Mr. Ed gums. Because when horses get real hungry, oh yeah, oh.
Now, don't you go getting as fat as me, because then we'll have problems.
Go to old man Baratheon to get the insulin for your god tier horse. You understand how much insulin is in D&D? God damn! I got half my paycheck goes over here. I got 4 oxes on it and 2 horses.
You know how much insulin it takes to cover a horse?
Goddamn Max, ever since she found that Baldur's Gate vanilla, she's been feeding her damn cookies over here to all my horses. Shit.
Just trying to do good, and I gave all the livestock and Phandalin diabetes. It's crap.
As you set back out on the high road for the first time together with the party, since you went to, Thunderruin, been a long time since you headed north up the high road. It'll take into the evening, not yet sundown, to get back to the Dragon Barrow. The original location of both Azdraka and Lady Tanamir. A place where you not only gain Dragon Slayer, but Ivan as well. The first place where Morden, the creator, first spoke to you. As you can see that burial mound in the distance, all of these thoughts come flooding back into your head, Tormund.
Yeah, I remember the first time we saw that mound, those little lights
I do.
scattered around it. Who would have known? Those lights would lead us here.
Seems like a lifetime ago. It really does.
You're not kidding. It's funny to think back that far. We creeped up on that hill like something was gonna get us.
Yeah, last time we were here, we slid down a river that never freezes. For the life that we have already lived, Tormund. You're telling me that Cryovan even flows part of that river? Hey, I don't
Good
just
long
see it with
stretch.
my eyes.
Loggers camp all the way to the bend. It was quite the little sledding we had with that toboggan we created.
I'm just damn happy we haven't run into those bugs that we did back at the logging camp.
Why'd you have to bring up the bugs? I hated those things.
One never forgets those bugs. Arkonan
Those
never.
bugs.
You ever run into those in the woods? They were, god damn, they were huge. Big as a cart.
Hey, I think I know what you're talking about.
I don't know. The orcs got them all stirred up.
Woods usually have spiders, big spiders.
Seen those too.
Tormund's gotten acquainted with those as well.
Oh, I hate them. You were the heebie-jeebies.
Agreed. Ugh.
Good news is we know we got Dragon Barrows sealed up. We put the rock back. Tight. Get this? Fulfill this promise. On to Neverwinter.
All right. Tormund, this is your promise to keep. If you need us, be right outside.
Well, not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna need you to help me move this stone.
We can
I will
help
be
you
lots
move
of
the
help.
stone.
I will be so much help for that. You guys are doing great. Keep it up. Keep going. You've almost got it.
Hey, Gale, save it for when we actually get to the rock, please. Feels more authentic that way.
Then I wait till they start moving the rock. Great job, guys. You're doing it. Keep it up. You've almost got it. A little bit further.
With our powers combined, no rolls needed. We have enough people to move that stone. To the side. Smell and inhale that very musty old chamber one more time.
All right. See you guys in a couple of minutes. He pulls out Dragon Slayer, walks down that very familiar staircase into the barrow. Hammering his footing along the way. This is the bottom. Turns left. As he comes around the corner, he sees casket. Just the way he left it. Just a small, gleaming sarcophagus to the left. He continues to walk around the corner. More of it comes into view as, for a moment, he can see the medallion he laid on top of Lady Tanamir's tomb. He presses on further, gripping Dragon Slayer with his right hand, coming by the tomb. Looks forward to where it was resting when he first took it. Stops at the end before he gets to the altar and puts his hand on Lady Tanamir's tomb. Holds Dragon Slayer in his right hand. Smiles as he looks down. I told you I'd bring it back. Promise is a promise, Lady Tanamir. Got a feeling you and I will see each other again, one plane or another. But, as I said, I was only borrowing your sword. He takes his hand off the tomb, holds Dragon Slayer with both hands, sets it back down on the altar where the Guardian once appeared. Pauses for a moment. And looks around. Keep it well, my lady. Reaches over, across the top of her tomb as he turns around, grabs his medallion of Morden, once again, wraps it in that same hand that once held Dragon Slayer, holds it close in his fist. Seems we still have much more to do in this realm, my friend. Know if it's going to involve brute force so much as it has in the past. But Morden, we'll do this together. Keeps his medallion, clenches his fist. Kneels before the tomb. Lady Tanamir just puts his hand on it. Thank you again. That's all I can say. I saw you, Shadow Private Spirit. As Draka told me, I was going to do something in this life that supersedes everything. Without your help, I couldn't have done it. See, takes his hand off and puts a kiss on it. Stands up and makes his way back the way he came. Emerging from the crypt, medallion in hand, fist still clenched. Promise has been fulfilled. Let's move this rock back in place. Keep this site holy. Who knows? We may need Lady Tanir's help again. I won't lose her favor by letting this rock slip to some sort of plunderers. Let's get it in there, boys. Still got a long trip from here to Neverwinter. Come on.
You guys are doing great. Keep it up.
Dale,
A little bit more.
we haven't started to push the rock yet. Just wait until we're actually doing it.
Just
Come on, guys. Let's get this thing pushed in.
As we go to push that stone back into place, you begin to feel a small tremor underneath your boots as you begin to feel quite the shake. I need you to roll a 1d10.
Three.
As while we're moving this stone back into place, you can actually feel a bit of its entrance beginning to collapse. As rocks begin to fall and break and crash down, we stand back from that rock as it slides over into place. Maybe we were not supposed to go back in there anytime soon, Tormund.
if ever. Maybe another adventure on another road. Can't say. All I can say is that we did our part. She did hers.
All right.
Let's take stand on ceremony. Let's get the hell out of here. She'll take care of her own. Sounds like there's bigger dragons to slay in Neverwinter. Right, Gale?
Let's hope not.
Dirakt steps up. Tormund, come here.
What? Turns back around towards your direction.
Picks up a small green and white gemstone. Looks like it came out of the stone door that we just moved. As he holds up that tiny piece.
The hell is that thing?
I haven't seen one of these in a good long while, Tormund. Sets it in your palm. Looks like Lady Tandemir had one last parting gift for you.
All right, but what is it?
It's a gem of seeing.
Just gonna hold it up to his eye.
Don't use it now. Next time you want to be certain of exactly what you're looking at. Stare through that bad boy. What you see through it will not lie. You have one charge on a gem of seeing, and it will grant you true sight. That means you can see in anything. Out to a specific range, you can see through darkness, magical darkness, invisible creatures, objects, detect illusions, shape changers. You can see into the you can see into the ethereal plane.
Dude, Tormund doesn't even know how to spell ethereal.
Nice roll.
Is that like a one-time use and done, or is it like once per day?
One charge. That's it.
One charge.
One charge.
You-
Hey, giving him true
me
sight
that.
every day.
Just trying to get and pull the stone down and tuck it away in my sack. Well, if Lady Tanamir saw fit to bestow me with this, find a good time to use it.
Mm.
Although, who knows what we might find in Neverwinter. I might wish I had a dozen of these things. But good news is
Turn out.
we got Gale.
What
Right.
does that mean?
Because I'm going to use you as my truth stone in this spider's web we're about to walk into.
Well, that is easy. Everything is a lie.
All right.
All right.
I've enjoyed fighting the dragon better than this. Let's go. Come on, off to Neverwinter.
Push a little further and make camp just on the outside and crest into Neverwinter in the morning. As you guys leave the Dragon Burrow, making your way north. Go ahead and get you guys your first break, reload, and we're going to hit Neverwinter when you guys get back.
Giggity.
Gonna run a quick ad while they go and grab some beverages. Then we're gonna go to the big city, you guys. Remember, if you're a sub, you won't even see the ad. Bump, 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 bump. Hey, appreciate all you guys joining us today. Oh, you know I always try to work you in, Ivan. When you're whinnying in chat, I gotta hook you up, man. What's going on, True, JBM, Loki, Zero, Badger. Yo, Rise, how you been? Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for the raid. I've been good, man. I've been good. Better than I deserve, as always. Yo, appreciate that, Nightbreed. Thank you. Bum, 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 bum. Oh man, I'm ready. I'm ready to go into big city, man. I'm ready for this.
Bright Lights Big City. Let's do it.
Yo, Dirakt,
boy.
good to see you, my dude. Hey, is there? All right, I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go get my last beverage.
Do it.
Oh, wow. Drake is in chat. Oh.
The one and only, dude.
Look at this.
Well, so far, chat, I haven't needed to roll too much, so so maybe that's what Timora blessed me with, is not having to roll.
Oh, we're heading into the snake's nest now. There'll be some rolling, and I got a feeling we're all taking our lead from you. At least I am.
Legitimately more terrified now than with the dragon.
I am too. Let's just be honest. This is a whole other beast for Tormund.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the beast you were running away from when we first met you.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
I have no idea what to expect, chat. In a lot of ways, we're all in this adventure together, because there's a yeah.
After tonight's episode, it's no longer Tormund's quest. It's Gale's quest.
Oh God. Oh God.
I mean, we could go real Saturday morning on it and make it, Tormund and Friends quest.
Tormund and Friends quest.
No, it doesn't have the same ring to it.
See? What the fuck isn't working? Yeah, I just gotta pretend like I'm drunk and dancing, and I'll roll really well.
Dude, you slayed it with your drunken dancing, by the way.
That was such a good moment, wasn't it? So good.
I mean, it's not like, you had a Cadillac parked outside somebody's going to try to squeak an axe into.
You know, it's not Friday, and we don't need to bring that up because I'm still reeling. Which, by the way, plug, tomorrow night here on this channel, Neon Regimes is left in such a cliffhanger where we all might die or the building might blow up or who knows what the hell is going to go on. But I encourage all of you to check it out if you love Cyberpunk and you love D&D. It's a fucking wild ride and some super insane, awesome characters. And yeah, it's a lot of fun and a great way to spend your Friday night drinking and hanging out with us. That's just
Bravo. Quite the sell.
Yeah, and
it's
someday you
excuse.
can dungeon master and just talk to yourself in front of your friends.
yeah. Then I'll just make up my own rolls. Hey, I rolled an 18.
Best D&D is when you don't even have to roll.
Yep. That's why this session's been great.
I like to roll sometimes just to see how oblivious I am in a situation, which is more often than not really oblivious.
Gail's quest for nat 20s. I got an endowment.
Oh, you got yourself a card? Nice.
Thank you, chat. Like that mail. I did love that Brayden literally showed up as the cookies were getting done. I'm like, this man. Oh, I love
Classic Braden.
Well, somebody brought food to the party. I want some.
I took all the heart of it. That's just to beefsteak tomatoes.
it. Laugh. Oh, God. That reminds me of Poe, Indiana. I'm going to the hole in the bar, and there's that loud guy at the end that's smoking like 17 cigarettes in the hour. Let me tell you this story.
I'd prefer you didn't, please, and don't breathe on me. You smell like whiskey, tobacco, mothballs, and shame.
Yeah.
35 years of cigarettes. That's what that smells like. Just the tars in his teeth.
Oh.
All right, Tormund. Everybody is rolling on coffee in the morning.
Public?
Public. These are all public rolls on roll 20. So you guys will want to go to your top right hand corner to the cog wheel, go to my settings, and make sure you have enabled advanced dice and enable 3D dice on.
So what are we rolling on?
This is who gets to make the coffee, the most important roll in Tormund's quest.
Straight roll? No modifiers?
This is a straight roll. Dirakt has advantage. He is on the road in his natural terrain.
Oh, 17. Let's
17.
Is it /20? I can't
It's
remember.
I think
/D20?
it's /R space D20, I think.
The little D20 is over on the left hand side too. It's right
Signature
above the
mark.
question mark. Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
No, boom. And here's mine.
Oh, you can't make this up, guys.
Oh, Arkonan goes in and beats me.
Is that with that con too?
No, that's just a straight roll. We're
Straight
roll
roll.
off here.
All right. Direct with a 6. Here comes the advantage, baby. Arkonan with the coffee steal. The first time, my friend. We arise. There is a new champion.
Damn you, Arkonan!
Now, before you get hostile, just sample it. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit more artisanal, if you will. So I look at each person and I just kind of guess where on the we'll call them Larbucks because we don't want to plug anybody. Menu they would be. For Tormund, it's definitely a double shot. Cream first. Well, I guessed, all right?
It is now. No.
And then for Gale, it's just as many flavors as I can possibly put into a bucket. So
And I'm
it's
so
like,
Vanilla
sleeping.
caramel hazelnut.
it's like
I'm still sleeping, by the way.
Yeah.
Natural one. I am knocked out on my bedroll, like slobbering, just like I'm out.
For Braden, it's just an espresso. And then for Dirakt, it's literally a double shot black.
You did well, Arkonan. That's a lot of time to make individual coffee. Don't let him be setting some sort of precedent. When I get back up, I would not be making you individual coffee. You can add butter and cream if you want to over in the basket.
Coffee's done.
Coffee's done. Arkonan whipped you up something special over there, Gale.
Wait. Why is everyone else up? What?
Gale, when have you beat anyone up, ever?
So about that coffee, Arkonan.
About that coffee. How's our man's handiwork?
Is that hazelnut?
That's one.
Little bit of cinnamon,
Mm-hmm.
some cream.
Don't you dare describe Moroccan coffee over here when I can't have any. Don't you dare. Don't you dare do it.
I don't know what the rest is, but it's great.
Oh, God, I want that so bad right now. And I want a 8 octopus hookah along with it too.
Ooh.
Oh.
And just for so chat knows, mine is literally just a latte. Couldn't find any caramel, so I used brown sugar.
Arkonan, it's good, but for me, you could leave out the cream. Come on.
You got to try different things once in a while.
It is kind of the role reverse because we have Dirakt. He makes like the bad diner coffee. He'll drink it whatever he wants, but like
Yeah.
I typically drink the bad diner coffee with a little bit too much cream in it, and he likes the black stuff. But I was more than happy to drink the black coffee in front of you.
It's the one where you go in like slightly later at like 11:30 and it's just sitting on the pot for like 2 hours.
Ooh.
And it's
It
just
just
kind of like, yeah, you're just like, well, I'm going to add like 6 cups of cream and a lot of sugar.
In the restaurant business, we don't use it very often, but an accurate description of New Jersey tire fire is what that is. It is precisely what that flavor is.
You start to get the sludge on the bottom.
So to accurately get that, you have to wait till the coffee boils down all the way to the bottom of the urn, and then you add water on top of that before it starts to smoke.
Reconstituted.
And then swirl it around the bottom and pour
Yep.
that into your cup. If you want real tire fire. That's how you get it. Because it tastes like that.
I think I just
That's what I've ever done that.
thinking about it.
This is like the complete opposite. Yesterday morning was all like this beautiful description of food, and now we're talking about like rot.
We're back on the road, baby.
But I guess Arkonan is making it, so rot would make sense.
Yeah,
No,
Oh,
Wow. Shots fired.
that's a low blow.
I mean, it just poured over a skeleton, even. It's no big deal.
Hey.
double take. What?
So what?
All right. No long breath goes here. I plan on eating in the city.
Pretty sure you know probably a good place to get some food? Yeah? You've been to Neverwinter before? You can find me a greasy spoon, right?
There's more than just a greasy spoon there. We're gonna need Gale to pull some strings for us.
Oh, highfalutin breakfast joint.
It's more than a breakfast joint. It's like the dinner theater you've never seen before, Tormund.
Wait,
We're
they
talking
do dinner and theater?
hell.
You've never been to a dinner theater?
No.
Just old fest hall called the Moonstone Mask. It's actually floating over in the bay. Shit, you not. Back during the spell plague, it broke apart. Started to take flight. They got it chained down. Gonna take an old rope bridge to go up there. You didn't believe it.
To be kidding me.
The whole staff, the most gorgeous women you've ever seen before. Hence, if you're into that, some of the most handsome fellas. They're all wearing these moonstone trimmed masks. Everyone's identity is anonymous. They wear amulets. They can't get inside their mind.
Right, you go to some really places, you know that?
It's got prime rib on Sunday and Saturday. Yeah. Those joints only got it once a week. What do you gotta judge me over a prime rib?
Nah, I'm just judging you good for going to a sex hall for a piece of meat.
It's not a sex hole.
It is not a sex hall.
It
is actually quite a nice establishment.
It's a kind of places these politicians like to go to.
All right, well, if we're gonna have breakfast in a sex hall, let's go.
I didn't say that we were going there for the breakfast, and we certainly don't have reservations there yet. Just hoping that Gale can pull a few strings so we can eat dinner there later.
Oh, you're just using me for my name.
100%. It usually takes me a week or two, and I come back into town before I get to eat there.
I don't know what kind of doors Everstorm is gonna open out here in Neverwinter.
More than
Well,
the
I'm in
stone
city.
ones.
I probably will use the Underwood name.
Underwood. Who that?
Yes.
What's so damn funny?
It makes a hell of a lot more sense now. Oh. Well,
What do you mean?
no offense, Mr. Everstorm. Holds out his hand. He takes your hand with it. You can feel that sun-tanned, leathery, old farmer's hand holds up to your baby smooth skin. It's the only way you can keep skin like that, my friend. The only way. Gives you a big pat on your back. Take it as a compliment.
Well,
Your hide's gonna last a little bit longer than the rest of ours.
not if I keep hanging out with you all.
Nope, you're gonna look like an old rotten possum when we get done with you.
You know, he's got his tailor. What's his name that can make us all look pretty, right?
Absolutely. I will see what I can do about getting us a evening at the Moonstone. But
Oh, I can't wait to see you at work. This is gonna be great.
it's actually really easy. I just go up to them and I say, "Hello, my name is Isaac Underwood. I would need a table for 5." And then usually someone will be like, "Oh, right away, Mr. Underwood. I will, right away, we have plenty of things," etc., etc. You see, there is a benefit for being one of the longest standing families in Neverwinter before the volcano and before the Lord Protector. It carries a bit of clout. We are what some would consider old money.
Old money indeed.
Oh my god, new map!
New map, who dis?
As we're riding and talking, you can begin to hear the sounds of that very, very familiar port that you've heard many a times, Gail. Active as ever, year-round, the Jewel of the North. Neverwinter itself, filled with warm volcanic waters. A city that once had flowers on every windowsill. Thanks to that warm water throughout all the seasons. As you guys approach, you can see a massive palisade, somewhat still torn down in the southeastern corner, still decimated from the massive scar in the earth where the spell plague ripped that ground asunder and unleashed unthinkable terrors onto the city. You can see what was once there still in ruin, but you can hear the sounds of planks and boards and hammers as you grow closer. An area rebuilding, part of the city where someone can just claim that plot of land if they choose to rebuild. From the worn down outskirts of that southeastern side, riding to the west, you can look and you can see the redone walls around the Protector's Enclave. You can smell the sights and sounds of salt water merging into fresh. You can even see the top of the Hall of Justice, even from this far away, in its golden dome splendor. You can hear the carts, now joined with several passengers on the high road. No longer just by yourself. Merchants, varying degrees of wealth, from basic carts to full-on majestic covered wagons, coaches containing varying degrees of ornaments. What even looks like at one point in time is a safety car. You see two large, armed to the toe, individuals in the front and the back of that coach. Fortified sides that appear to be made from a metal that you don't even recognize. You can see boats coming in and out. As you make your way up and through, you can actually now see that floating mini castle that is Moonstone Mask. Like a Victorian mansion suspended in the sky. I've been doing a lot of work over here. Been doing a lot of work.
They will never stop doing the work.
As we crest up around the palisade, I just realized I gave all these descriptions. I didn't have the map up for everybody else. It was just for us. Everybody else is like, let me see, let me see, let me see it. Let me see it.
A wonderful picture, though.
The theater of the mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, check out to experience it the real D&D way.
Yeah.
I was right there with you every step of the way. I didn't need a map.
Yeah.
I wanted some Cheetos and some sour cream, though.
Here's Moonstone Mask floating in this general direction right here. As you guys round the bend, you can see a massive castle. Still possibly a quarter of the way into its reconstruction. A sight that almost brings a tear to your eye, like looking at the old Notre Dame Cathedral after its fire. A building that's barely holding on to its soul as it's being slowly pieced back together again. Hello, gentlemen, welcome to Neverwinter.
Hey, Gail, what's with all the building and...
It is a city. There are lots of buildings.
I mean, it looks like, I don't know, they're rebuilding from a siege or something.
Right.
You didn't listen to the thing that we talking about, did you? Open those ears up, boy. Mount Houghton now. It exploded. The old earth elementals gave this place hell about 50 years ago. If you think this was bustling, you should have seen it then. Oh my God. There's a reason they called it the Jewel of the North. This place was well on its way to being bigger than Waterdeep. Well on its way.
Elementals, huh? All right. Something I can swing my axe into. I'm feeling this.
It is a repetitive cycle of repair, essentially. The northern side is in much better shape. The southwestern side is pretty good, but the southeastern side was decimated. There's smatterings about the city, but, well, as with all things, certain areas were a bit of a higher priority, and others were just destined to take a long time. It will be many, many years before they can get back to any sort of resemblance as to what it was before.
Sounds like there's opportunity to be had here. Hey, Dirakt, you want to open up a fried spam shop on the southeastern side?
Maybe in another life, boy, but this old man's too old for those hours. Side note, Arkonan and somebody else, did you guys get your cards?
No, I didn't see them.
True Cruising, if you can link them again, apparently you guys have missed cards.
I was so focused on the description that I wasn't paying attention to chat anymore.
I got it. It was even before that. I had to get back to it.
Okay.
I know I got an Indomitable, but that's the last I saw.
Okay,
I was just listening.
You got your Indomitable. Awesome.
Yes.
I don't know what Arkonan
see.
needs.
Fighting spirit. Got that.
Awesome. Good. Want to make sure you guys get your cards.
I'll see if I can scroll up here.
If not, chat will fetch it for you, I'm sure.
Second win. Thank you very much.
That's just a quick side note. My dear friend Nathan, who works at Twitch on the esports side of things, I don't know if he's still watching, but he jumped in tonight and shot me a text saying he was loving the show. So just want to say hi, buddy. Thanks for swinging by. Appreciate you.
Well, Gail, I know this is your own home turf. What do you think about breakfast over at the old Driftwood? It's a classic. Am I right?
Sure, that sounds good.
Oh, Tormund, Dirakt, you guys are gonna love the old Driftwood.
It's greasy. It's covered in, I don't know. Give me hollandaise. Give me anything.
It's
a
your
staple
kind of
for the
place.
It is a staple in the city.
It's that kind of place that's got armor hanging up on the walls from 300, 400 years ago.
I said take me to someplace nice, not someplace that felt like a home, Dirakt.
By the way, you're talking to Barley.
Oh, there you go. Never mind.
It's okay. Don't worry. It's still dark, dingy, and as greasy as ever. They just got a reverence for the history over there. That's all.
Sounds just like home. Take me there and lose me forever.
Aye. As you guys walk through that majestic sight of the port that never freezes, smell of fresh caught fish. The convergence of salt and fresh sets in. Just the general hustle and bustle. Feels good to be in a big city again. You guys make your way up into a bridge that connects up and over. Arching all the way over to the palace itself. And it takes you in as there's construction still going in on it. But you can see it's the complete form of a sleeping dragon from nose to tail. City had some really, really cool architecture. I'm glad they're preserving it. As Gale points out, looking at the two other bridges. Adam, do you know what the two other bridges look like?
These are ones that are still standing, I believe, that weren't, like, this one is the one that's older and they're rebuilding it.
Yeah, there's
so the other two are...
The other one has the actual wings of the wyvern.
Mhm.
And then the third is covered with dolphins.
Everything in Neverwinter is, well, I could say beautiful, but intricate. It is almost like there is a story here, hidden if you look close enough. And you can find, well, I know for a fact, Tormund, you could find, someone on the street who would tell you a tale about the winged wyvern and the significance of the bridge. They would tell you about the fallen tower or the tavern we are going to eat. There is a lot of history, a lot of pride, a lot of art, decoration. This used to be a much livelier place. Like Dirakt was saying, this was on its way to be bigger than Waterdeep until the unfortunate accident. And we are rebuilding, and well, it is an ongoing process, but there is still a lot of beauty to be seen.
Sounds like we need to settle up in a tavern and I need to talk to some locals.
Just be careful on who you talk to. Some people, let me put it this way, if we are in Phandalin, you could go to a table and strike up a conversation. You go to a table here, they will tell you to fuck off. People aren't as open.
So,
Some
what
of
you're
that
saying-
northern hospitality.
Got it. So don't swing my axe into everyone's face who me off.
Strongly suggest you don't do that.
And, well, this is a greasy spoon. It's not the cheapest greasy spoon. These good folks tailored to the types of Mr. Everstorm's family here. Enjoy the ride, but it's no cheap breakfast.
Better be the best biscuits and gravy I've had since leaving Magdarin in Phandalin. It's probably the last biscuits and gravy. Never mind.
As we walk up to the outside of this tavern, there's a massive ship over the front holding a sign that sways back and forth with that incoming ocean breeze, where you can see the name of Driftwood directly underneath it. Massive barrels sitting out in front. You can see the planters by each window. A very, very old, ornate building with fancy terracotta of small carved animals. You can actually see a bear on one side, and you can see a set of white roses underneath them. What looks like a snowflake underneath it.
You know, some say that this is where it all started. They call it Driftwood Tavern for a reason. They say that a ship washed up the shore many, many moons ago. And there was a man stranded on the beach. And instead of being hopeless, he took his ship and he built a house. And then he later met other people. And he would welcome them and invite them in for dinner. And that grew, as did the structures around him. And what became a single home became a village, became a town, became a city. Now, whether this is true or not, I have no fucking idea. But that is one of the many stories you will hear.
And like all good stories, there's a kernel of truth in all of it. The one thing that stands true to the test of time. These old institutions are important, whether it's a farm town or the largest city. The greatest ideas will always be developed inside the tavern. As Braden pulls open that door, and as he holds it open, ready for the rest of you to go out, there's almost a shocking look on a couple's face as they exit, that someone's holding the door open for them, and awkwardly barely get out a smidgen of a thank you before they step forward and out.
Well, shall we eat?
Tormund walks in. Why, thank you, Mr. Barley, for holding my door open, sir.
You're welcome. I've been waiting for this all day when you said you're going up north. Oh.
I'm going to look to you for recommendations on the menu, because I got a feeling you and I eat more similar than Gale and I eat.
He leans over. 2 words. Shrimp grits.
I'm almost in like shock for the 2 words you just said together.
That's right. Get those grits from down in the bread basket just south of us here. You wouldn't think about that, would you, normally? It's far up north. They do. They know how to cook their grits up here. They put it in that shrimp stock. They got boiled on the back. You smell that?
Hold on. I'm way too lost in the city just to be able to pick out spices in that smell. It just smells like delicious food to me. It was a 2, by the way. My survival. I don't know what I smell. All I know is that you put shrimp grits into my head. That's all I want right now.
Don't worry. There'll be plenty to go around.
I am partial to the warm buttered lobster. Personally, they put it on a biscuit with fried egg.
Why are we doing this to ourselves? He's not wrong.
The side of the grits and shrimp.
Oh.
Oh, and you have to try. Everyone. This is mandatory. You are getting the sea salt coffee. It's a secret ingredient. It's not that secret. It's sea salt, but it will change your life. I promise you.
Actually, Gail, you know what? Considering the properties of sea salt, the acridity between the coffee and the actual sea salt would actually make it almost buttery smooth, kind of like our trail coffee.
Sometimes
What?
I hate you.
It's always ruining the trail coffee.
You're taking a childhood memory And you're equating it to buttered trail coffee.
Do you like the buttered trail coffee?
I
This
do.
is why you like it. I'm telling you, they're similar.
Quit arguing, both of you. Get to the front door. I'm getting hungry. We can argue when we get to the table.
Okay. Move, Gale. Come on.
You're making. Don't make the big man angry. He's got food on his mind.
It's true.
I'm ready for that coffee. I'm ready for some more coffee. This is great. Hell, I might even go shopping with y'all later. You guys walk in. It's almost more of a museum than it seems just like an old dive bar. As the collection of curiosities and relics of Neverwinter before its fall adorn all over the walls with plates, descriptions. You could get lost just walking in here. It's like the first time you get taken to a shitty Planet Hollywood as a kid and you're running around and you're like, yeah, that's the Terminator's boots. Yeah, it was probably like the stunt doubles boots for a scene that they cut out, but there they are, man. It's really there.
Yep.
As you continue over to a massive, long wooden table. Sit down, you can see that massive stack of old brown paper print. You look down in the middle. Immediately, Barley sits down. He begins folding out multiple pieces over and laying down a spread. You're looking like a fish out of water over there, Tormund.
I have no idea what the hell you're doing.
He's preparing himself.
You'll see. Tormund, you'll see. This is exciting. He's never, I don't think he's ever been to a seafood joint before.
I don't understand what's with the paper.
Patience, my friend, patience.
I have this feeling like I don't know what to do with my hands, and you all are making fun of me.
As a man comes over with a nice, fine canvas apron, hair parted and slicked over to one side. Got a little bit of a Robert Redford look to him. A man in his late 40s, proud. It's good to see you, Gail. I'm sorry, not Gail. Issac. Good to see you, Issac. It's been a hot minute since you've been by.
It has been a bit. I was out of town doing some business for the family. You know how it goes.
It never stops. The old man will rug you Radic. No doubt about it.
I'm sure he will. But I have some very special esteemed guests with me today, and I think it would be great if we could get them started with the sea salt coffee, for sure.
Hey, of course. We get the sea salt coffee right there for you. Mr. Underwood. Get some menus back for you. Be back into Chief.
I don't remember that guy's name.
I don't think you're supposed to.
Yeah, I don't care.
Barley leans over. His name is Simon. I've had him here the last 30 times. Got you covered.
Well, I did not know that you traveled this way very often, Braden.
I go wherever the crop goes. These days, I get to ensure the blessing of the harvest. Luckily enough, that takes me a lot of places. The only thing I know is the road. Especially all these places they want to do. The big push is this whole farm to table, or what I like to call just cooking. I like to know where their food's coming from. I don't mind getting invited to come out to all the fancy dinners. I'm the last person that would turn that down.
You know, we know a few that own quite a few businesses in the city, restaurants and the like. Be happy to introduce you if you don't have a introduction already.
I appreciate that.
It's the least I can do.
Some places up in what do you call it? Well, it's Blue Lake now. Black Lake.
Yep.
There's a few spots still untouched for me over there.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean? Blue Lake, Black Lake? What the hell are you guys talking about?
See, blue and black are colors.
I know that, Arkonan.
Well,
Yeah.
it used to be called the Black Lake District, and then, well, the volcano erupted, and the Lord Protector decided, well, we're going to call it Blue Lake because it's more inviting, it's more welcoming, it's more easy on the ears. And so they changed it to Blue Lake. It's really stupid, actually. I don't like it. My family doesn't like it. Most of us that's, well, have been here don't appreciate it. But
Right, so hold on. There was a Black Lake, and then the volcano thing happened, and then there was a Blue Lake, and the guy in charge named it Blue Lake, and you guys don't like it.
yes,
If you hear it, this whole district that we're in here, it's the Blue Lake district now, but all the locals will call it Black Lake.
there is actually a big lake in the center of it.
It's black,
No, it's blue.
so it's blue. So it's Blue Lake District.
Yes. Now,
But the lake used to be black before the volcano thing, right?
no, it was called Black Lake District.
But the lake was
Yeah.
blue?
Yes. Water is
Why do
blue.
we call it
Tormund.
Black Lake?
Why do they call this Driftwood Tavern?
I don't know, it's oldest, so I figured, it was built out of driftwood.
Simon comes back with those coffees, all doled out, leaves a nice size hoddle in the center of the table for refills. As I'm looking at your face, I figured you could use a little bit extra. So, what are we going to start off today with, gentlemen?
Shrimp grits, buttered lobster, biscuits with a fried egg.
Going for the whole kitchen sink, I see. Ah. What
Why,
was...
you don't think I look that hungry?
No. So I think you can take the rest of the menu if you want as well.
Nah, I've heard I can't afford the rest of the menu.
Mr. Underwood, would you like those bacon wrapped scallops as you usually get as well?
I think I will join my friend Tormund here. I'll do the same.
All right.
But order the bacon wrapped scallops just so that they can all try.
You won't disappoint. We got some new fresh pepper bacon. I can say largely over here. Thanks to that man next to you. Far be it me to finally point it out that there's a few southerners that make some damn good peppered bacon south of Fandolin.
Wait a minute. Brayden, how long have you been servicing the tavern here?
Yeah, actually, the connection that came up, it's been about 2 weeks now since I headed up here after the festival of the harvest.
It's Simon, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Do you still have the salted whipped cream for dessert on the pecan pie?
Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna be a tricky one. We might have a little bit left over on the weekend, but I don't want to serve you the weekends. We'll see if the old lady's got it whipped up in the back, but it might not be done yet. So on the breakfast, that's a fast way to get the wooden spoon, but what are you? I'll risk it. I'll go on down and see.
It a personal favor.
All right, wish me luck with those Madres. Hopefully they won't break my wrist. And you, down over here? Two.
Do you have anything in a boil? I'll take crab, shrimp, crawfish, whatever you got.
We boiled it all hours over here at the Driftwood.
Perfect.
You don't have to worry about that.
The biggest bowl of boil, and if you got a surf and turf on the side.
I can go ahead and make that the maximum size boil. But I got Simon, you got some first timers here. We want to break them in, right? And make sure to bring out some of that extra season that you got too. Oh, and I know it's gonna sound gluttonous. They give us about 15 or 20 soft shell crabs while you're at it. I don't think the Tormund's ever had them either. Won't worry, we'll eat it and we'll get out of here before we stink up your bathroom. You are kidding. We will send you the other half of the menu then. I'll be honest, I don't think I need to order anything extra. I think I think I'll be fine. Oh,
Shrimp and grits.
Okay, yeah, I'll take the shrimp and grits too, and then I'm going to eat everything else that is on here. Barry, they got fresh sweet corn. Yeah, you're damn right, they got fresh sweet corn over here. Don't sass me, Dirakt. Yeah, don't sass me now. Hey, well, go ahead, we'll get this put in. And, when you start flaming up over here in the coffee, we'll get you a real man's drink. Right? And he sets over a small addition for you to make your Irish coffee whenever you're ready on your next. That's on the house. Mr. Underwood.
Appreciate it. Now,
Brayden,
everyone.
what's a soft shell crab?
You know, normally you're spending all your time busting up those spider-looking bastards, trying to suck out just whatever little meat you can get. And these you can just take them. You just eat them all up.
Wait, you can eat the whole thing?
Eat the whole thing. That's.
Yeah. What kind of witchcraft makes a crab soft shell?
You have so much to learn, my friend. Welcome to how the other side lives.
Well, to your sea salt coffee, I guess.
Focus when you drink, smell as you drink, inhale with the... Get the full flavor.
Wow. It's...
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all.
soft and almost buttery, but without the butter. It's
Healthier too.
Uh,
They call this the morning wine. See, in a lot of ways, when you go to drink a wine, you catch the aroma, right? And in some ways, you want to inhale as you drink because you want to get the full flavor. And a lot of ways, that's what you do with the coffee here.
Your sea salt coffee, my friend. May this be one of many adventures we embark upon in your homeland.
Well, I hope not.
If the coffee is this good, I can't wait to try the shrimp grits. And what's the boil thing you were talking about, Arkonan? Something about a spice, something or other.
So
Cooking up down there.
in a boil, you take either one or as many types of sea life as you can fit into a giant pot, and you can use chicken stock. You can use just plain water that you stock up and season. I mean, if you're boring,
They don't do that here.
no. I've had it here. You had nice big ears of corn, big plump sausage, and you just let it all just simmer down for as long as possible. And then you just add spice as the day goes through, according to taste.
I'm never leaving this place.
Oh, I also forgot the starch. You also add whole potatoes halfway through the day.
And fresh sweet corn and onions.
The onions.
By the way, I apologize to everyone who hasn't ate before they watch the episode tonight. As you can tell, this is all I do when I go to city.
Go to city, low country boil.
I am imagining all of this, and I'm like,
I was thinking about a boil yesterday, and I'm like, that's what I'm having this weekend. I'm gonna make myself a boil.
This is exactly what my order looks like at like Neptune in Boston. Taking somebody for the first time, I'm like, oh, we got to get you a traditional lobster roll with a Connecticut style with just butter too, and then we got to get we got to get a basic boil for the middle, so everybody's just
Praise it. Lord.
I hadn't planned a seafood boil this weekend, but I'm looking at my propane burner over here, and I'm looking at my barrel, and I'm thinking, you know what? It might be time to pull that out and do a new low country boil in my backyard this weekend to christen my new pool.
So, as a cheater way, if anyone has an Instapot, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Really? Just throw everything in together with the stock?
Yeah,
Google it.
Yeah, Google it. It'll like, you only set the timer for like 6 minutes.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, it takes a long time, obviously, for it to heat up, but like the steam timer itself is 6 minutes, and it's
you can hack it. You can hack it a little bit.
It gets you by. All you're trying to cook is the potatoes.
Yeah.
so hungry.
We're adding Instapot boil for this weekend.
Yeah, and it's like the size that I have is perfect for me for like 2 meals, which is 2 giant ass bowls of yeah. So sorry for the tangent, the aside.
No, this is how we learn together as a family.
Watch my Instagram for pictures of my low country boil for my Instapot this weekend with my family.
Yes. That's why I bought my Instapot.
I will buy a newspaper to spread that out on.
As the first round of just direct boil comes out to the table, Braden ripping off sections of newspaper. Oh yes, this is the good stuff right here.
Now I understand the newspaper, Arkonan. I see what you're doing with that.
And boy, do we stand out this morning. In between all the regulars getting coffee on a Monday morning, we are the table of tables. Like this
loud.
Oh.
Just everyone's like watching and looking and.
But you could do no wrong. Your bill's gonna be so big. They're stoked.
Yeah.
You were the server's pick of
Simon's
the litter.
excited about the tip. He's like, I got the good one, you know.
When he saw Braden Barley walk in, he knew that this thing was far beyond driven.
Mhm.
This is that last night of the convention dinner.
Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you work conventions. If you're working and you go with your booth and your booth next to you and your booth over here,
Oh.
this is that last night.
See, here's the little bit of difference. Tormund, the way they do it over here. You won't see this in other boils. Pulls out a big chunk of salted pork out of the middle of this.
Over here.
Thank you, Eventide in Portland, Maine, for me up with the truth with this one. When I pulled out, they put salt pork in the middle of their boil.
Didn't even think of that.
My Instapot low country boil just got salt pork added to it.
Dude, it changed the game.
Yeah, because then you don't have to like salt your stock. You
Yeah,
just use that to boil it down.
It gave a little bit of smokiness off of it that doesn't wreck everything else. It's just the little bit to be extra. Hipster paradise, my dude.
Welcome to Saved by the Spell cooking class.
Hey, but oh,
As everyone begins to dig in, I just kind of, Arkonan, you've been here before?
It's been a few years since I've been down to Neverwinter, but yeah.
I didn't know that you. What did you do before the Falcon's Lodge, if I can ask?
I ran. I'm a Baldarian. I come from Baldur's Gate.
Oh, what did you think of the city? Neverwinter, I mean.
When I came, you guys were still heavily into a rebuild. You've made a lot of progress. The people in Baldur's Gate and Neverwinter are definitely different, but a lot of the same. They're both port towns, obviously, but Baldur's Gate, it's kind of a look the other way situation. Neverwinter, they stare a little bit more. They want to know. Baldur's Gate, none of your damn business.
It is a stare until people pry, and then it is a none of your business.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate, it's always looked the other way. That's kind of the culture up there.
Well, I just can't wait until Tormund gets his next dish.
See how he handles it.
Minis, potatoes, something I need to look forward to.
My friend, this is round one. We have like 2 more rounds coming, at least.
Yeah, shake on some of that Neverwinter base seasoning over there on the side.
My body is willing and my soul is willing. Let's go.
It's you'll notice with your nose there, a little paprika.
See, I can't tell anything right now. I'm in food bliss. Give me one of them sausages.
Arkonan, you had a Indomitable.
I just saw that. Thank you very much. Indomitable.
It's about that round. Huh? This is gonna be your first time with soft shell crab. Sends over and puts 2 over on your newspaper in front of you. I want to stick around and see this reaction myself.
Is that Simon?
Hi.
Yep.
Tormund picks one up. He looks at it. And, you know, he's used to crab, but not like this. Go look over at Gale. You bite the whole thing, right?
Enjoy.
As he turns it in his hand, he'll look at it for a second and pause and just stove the whole thing into his mouth and just about the third bite in, he just pauses for a second. Starts to gaze off. Almost 1,000-yard stare. Chews a couple more times. Swallows hard. As he looks off into the distance, you can almost see what looks like a tear.
Literally, I lean over to Braden Barley. I was literally going to say this. I think he's going to cry.
It may be the most beautiful thing. I'll see all the week. You can see.
I comfort him. I comfort him.
See, even Simon wipes his brow just a little bit.
And
all right.
As that tear starts to crest over his cheek, he immediately grabs that second crab and shoves it in his mouth.
We'll be back. We still have work here to be done.
Thank you, Simon.
I'm going to tell you this, Tormund. Your palate is now forever changed, ruined, and expanded at the same time.
Give me one of these before Tormund eats them all. God damn it.
Giggity.
God, I was just thinking about the first time I had a soft shell crab burrito.
Oh, San Diego things. Son of a bitch.
Whoa.
Yeah, split in half, bisected with pico de gallo, cheese.
All right, I can't do it. I gotta go eat. I'm out. Show's over. I'm going to make mac and cheese or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I got 1/2 onion and a block of Velveeta. What do I do with this?
Cheesy onion pedal, baby. Let's do it.
As the food just keeps coming out and coming out, you guys get the shrimp and grits, and it is, oh my God, just divine. Perfect grits. You wouldn't expect them this far north, but damn, they are fantastic. Excellently seasoned, huge, giant, like the size of a Gulf Pinks.
Try the bacon scallops, Tormund.
I'm not even gonna look. I'm just gonna reach over and grab one and stuff it in my mouth.
Oh God, he gets toothpick and all. You take 1 point of damage for the toothpick. And he just did.
Yep.
Yeah, he just did. He just did.
It's fiber. It'll be okay.
It's seared perfectly. The bacon was so crisp on the outside. Can I just live here in this moment forever, please?
Till your stomach says otherwise.
My stomach says I can do this 3 or 4 more times before I completely bankrupt us all.
At this point, we've been there so long, we've crested into lunchtime. So now, the tables around us have begun to fill up. The old timers smoking a pipe and drinking coffee, reading the actual new newspaper have begun to thin out. And there's some old salty dogs coming in that you can smell. Yeah, have not had a hot meal in quite some time. It's a functional port where you see businessmen right next to the sailors that make this mercantile what it is. Simon comes back. Yeah. Once you started ordering as much as you would order, and I figured we could pass it by, but we got some fresh pies coming up for you. We're in luck.
Pies?
And he looks over and he pulls up and undoes the cufflink on his crisp white shirt and pulls up, and you can see the bruise of that wooden spoon shot that he took right over the top of the wrist as he moves a very, very nice Neverwinter mechanical watch to the side. Says, "I wear it as a badge of honor."
Well, it will be reflected for sure. Just make sure we have a lot of that salt cream. I really want them to try it.
No problem.
Oh, Gale. Why did we come to this place earlier? Bouncing around the woods, eating spam. I feel so good.
Glad. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I don't know if I can physically put anything else inside my body.
You haven't seen the pie yet.
Oh, pie? Dear God, you've ordered pie as well?
I don't care if it's pie or paella. Bring it to me. Everything has been amazing.
So, Gale, just how many blocks are we from home?
Not enough.
That close, huh?
I'm assuming that your family does live in Black Lake?
Or Blue Lake.
Black and Blue Lake, yes, they do. It's a nice house. It's near the lake, so it is a nice view. My room growing up would be just at the corner, so I didn't have a clear view of the lake, but enough. But what's nice is my window faced towards the ocean. You see, with the volcano, it is always warmer here. That is why the water never freezes. But every so often, if you wait long enough, you get this soft, cool breeze from the ocean, from beyond, like a distant land saying hello. But that was a long time ago. Besides, I promised you a bathhouse. Did I not?
That must be damned. I want to put my feet in the sand. I want to feel this ocean.
There's more rocks in that bay than sand, my friend.
That is true. But it is doable. We can go there afterwards if you want.
Wait, you want to get me cleaned up and then take me to the rocky ass beach?
No, what I'm saying is we can go after dinner or after breakfast. Work out the food. Check the sights. Then we go to the bathhouse.
Then you introduce me to your tailor, right? as he pulls on his rags that he wears.
Absolutely. I think Luther will love you.
All right. Let's have some pie. Let's go for a walk, get a bath, and go see Luther.
Simon brings out the pies with fresh salt cream. He begins to tear down and he just brings the whole trash can over and begins to levy and scoop all the cracked shells and refuse left over from one hell of a brunch. Tormund, Arkonan, Gale, I want you guys all to give me perception checks.
Take that 18. Sitting low rolls of heads tonight. I'll take it.
What was yours, Gale?
15.
15.
I got a B.
It's a B. That's a nat 20. Get those nat 20s in the chat.
Woo.
That's a 26 total, but doesn't
Jesus.
matter.
So you can hear from a side table next to you. The conversation is not all that quiet at all. We're gonna sit here and be taxed the way that we're being taxed. Something's gotta give. Am I right? Yeah. There's not a chance in hell. That man should be up there telling us what to do in our city. Not a chance. It's about time we got together and we do something about it. So you can hear the rest of his compatriots sitting at his table, agreeing in unison, but listening. You know damn well he is no son of Aragondar. We had never been taxed like the old days.
Tormund hears this magic word, starts to tune into the conversation. Excuse me. Couldn't help but hearing. Since you're talking about taxes.
Who are you? Second hand. I don't care. You can write fuck off.
Forgive me. Sorry. I'm Tormund Faust. New to this wonderful land.
Yeah,
Now,
I can
I
tell.
got interest in Phandalin and the taxes down there. Sounds like taxes up here suck as well. Talk to me, for I am an agent of change.
Roll a persuasion with disadvantage.
Good enough. Persuasion. Oh, wow. Are you kidding me? Double 18s? Get out of here.
As he looks back at you, firmly disgruntled that you've been eavesdropping and butting your way into his conversation, but too overcome by the fact of speaking about taxes. Yeah, those taxes that you reference are just as I hear. An old Lord Protector, but a man that wants to be so honest A man who's obviously run out of town. What government official tries to hold two positions at the same time? You know, they're as corrupt as the last piece of bread inside the drawer. Rotten to the core.
Wait, you're telling me the governor of this place doesn't even live here?
He does now. He held two positions before he took over.
Let me guess, two positions that fell into his favor.
One in Waterdeep, one here. But
The next one's in
since he's
Waterdeep.
been the great constructor, levying all these taxes up, rebuild the city just fine on our own. As you can see, look at what the gods favored. Building the wind untouched next to the very volcano that erupted.
What you're saying is the guy in charge you don't like.
All right. That's exactly what I'm saying. Mount
Well,
Hartnell chose us, the original families and Neverwinter, to rebuild this place, not the paupers, the foreigners, and everyone else coming in here to piece everything back together again. This is a job for the old original families.
Do I recognize this person?
the Blackleg Flammies, right?
What'd you say? I'm sorry, Tormund.
I said the Blackleg families.
Yeah, that's right. The Blackleg families. Go ahead and roll a history check.
8.
8. You don't know who this particular gentleman is, but you've heard this rhetoric before. This is nothing
He's
new.
well dressed and like, yeah.
It's like sitting at a family dinner stuck with your father when he's had one too many and just won't stop.
It's Uncle Frank.
But it's worse when he has like a guest or two over and it's just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing at the end of the table, just like drinking my coffee like, oh my god.
But unlike your father, they're talking in a little bit more militant fashion.
What are you going to do about this, friend?
The time for bending is over. The system is broken. I wouldn't mind it one bit if I saw some folks running around like the old Nashes did. I wouldn't one bit. I can tell you where it's going to start. It's going to start with getting these Mentons out of here. We're going to get these mercenaries. We're going to get our own gods. I'm tired of the Lord Protector's guard. It's like we're in a city under occupation. I'm done with it.
Anybody ever tried talking to the Lord Protector about easing things up a little bit?
It's like talking to a brick wall. I'll say one thing. The man knows what he's doing. Nobles in Waterdeep exiled his ass out of there. He won't let the foundation of any new guilds be made. He wants to keep the taxes as high as they can get him. What's he want to do? He wants to keep everybody level and under his thumb. And it's good for everybody else he's bringing into the city, equal ground. Yeah, but some of these families work real hard around here to make this place what it is. Doesn't show him an ounce of respect. He wants to bleed the coffers so he can rebuild and be the savior of this city. But these families saved this city for centuries before he ever came here.
I imagine he attacks as much as the Black Lake families as he does those in the southeast, building anew.
Hey. But they don't have a port to piston, so what's the matter? It's the first time they've ever gotten a piece of land. And they don't care. It's the greatest fortune they've ever run into. Get to set up a plot in New Neverwinter. And I don't blame them. I don't blame the people. It's not the people's fault. It's his fault for the policy up top. He wants to take everything that we have and give it to everyone else. It's not gonna fly. Not today. Something's gotta give.
And are you and the other Black Lake families doing something about it?
Maybe.
Good. You should.
Well, to me, it doesn't sound like a government by the people for the people, but more of a dictatorship. Whoever this Lord Protector is, kind of sounds like he's an asshole.
Oh, he's a asshole, all right. But tough shit, because the people love him. Why wouldn't he? He's got a populace that's getting free land for the first time. And get all the city easements levies they need.
So, he's rebuilding the city off the backs of the people who could never afford to be in the city, with hopes of a better life.
That's right.
See now,
The Black Lake families are the ones that they're putting the coin up for it. He's getting the others to build, to see hope, to see future, so they rally behind him. And then
You look awful familiar. Are you? I've seen you all. You were the Underwood boys.
yes.
Yeah. Been a hot minute.
And you are?
So I go to my lost tab. I got like 8 of them open. My name is Arlen. Arlen Blade Shaper.
It is good to make your acquaintance, Orland. Me and my friends here are, in fact, looking into the tax issue.
Well, takes a small piece of paper out, begins writing out, slides that piece of paper over towards him. Make sure your old man sees that too. He needs to see that today. It's a very important. Incredibly important. Gentlemen,
Thank you for your time. We sing more of each other. Mr. Blade Shaper.
hi. Nods and adjusts his cap. Pulls his jacket back on tight.
I think I'm beginning to get the hang of this high society nonsense.
You're lucky you didn't get a dagger in your gullet, boy. Yeah.
Didn't
not
anybody
often that
teach
you-
you not to bring politics at the dinner table?
What's at our table?
Didn't anyone teach you not to butt into other people's conversations?
Hey, remember, we came here for a specific goal. I heard that. And now you got a piece of paper that, what the hell does it say?
I don't know. Read it.
For your dad, you want me to read it?
Give it here.
It's strange.
I'll read it. What does it say?
You open it up and it just says 12 o'clock. And that's it.
It appears to be a time. 12 o'clock.
Come on. That's all it says? Just gonna grab it and look at it. So he holds it in his left hand over towards Dirakt. It says 12 o'clock.
Of course it does. I wouldn't lie to you, Tormund.
I was just kind of in disbelief why this piece of paper, as he flips it over and back and forth a couple of times, this was so important.
Roll a perception check.
Tormund?
Everybody.
Dirty 20.
Chat. Come on.
Tormund, as you hold that piece of paper up,
I got a 23, by the way.
I got a natural one.
you look up and you can see a rather ornate grandfather clock back behind the bar. A city that's known for its craftsmanship and clockwork. Starkly different from many places you'll be around the world. You can see as the time begins to tick, "2 minutes till 12. And you sit and you just kind of stare off into that clock for the next 2 minutes. Before an explosion rattles your table, dumping over the side of your coffee. As you can see and feel people gathering, running out, screaming, busting outside of the driftwood. looking back across the port, you look over past the Sleeping Dragon Bridge over towards the Protector's Enclave. You see that golden dome of the Hall of Justice now covered in flame. And as those flames rise high up into the air, I need everyone to roll another perception check. Gale, you have a 1d6 inspiration to burn. Might as well burn it on the last roll of the game.
$15.
15. You guys can all see a mushroom cloud of black smoke that looks like it dissolves into a large thunderhead. And that is where we will end this week.
You can't escape me, Gale. I'm still here.
Let's go, dude. Oh man,
That was not at all what I was expecting this to end at.
I'm going to eat your soul.
Wow. Hey, every once in a while, you got to lean over in the, to the blue hair district.
Oh,
when you're
dude.
having breakfast / lunch and hear what people are talking about.
I'm so glad you did too. I'm so glad you did.
Come on, Tormund is just dumb enough to ignore everything he's been told about keeping his to himself while he's in this town. He heard taxes. He's like, "Oh, wait!
Oh, this is my chance. I can get up in this."
Yeah, we don't like taxes either. In your private conversation about revolution. To be fair, my initial thought, and this is another thing that I guess we'll find out next session, next Thursday night, is I got handed a piece of paper that says 12, like 3 minutes before 12, that my father needs to see. There's no physical way I make it to my father's house in 3 minutes. So this means something else. Probably. Maybe.
It sets a precedent, honestly, what it does, because I mean, assuming they've hit once.
And I can provide clarity there. Your father needs to see it today because you know who gave it to you. You know you have a last name connected to it, so it's not.
But why does it gotta be a storm cloud? It couldn't just be like smoke or like.
Could be a red herring. You never know.
You're right. It could be.
Could just be a red herring. That's what explosions look like.
You're right. Also, my rolls did not disappoint.
You guys like my light Irish accent that fades into everything else because I'm not quite good enough to contain it. Yeah, it's one that I'm glad we have this city because I want to work on my Irish a lot because I don't get to do it very often.
I didn't know you were in an Irish city up here.
Yeah.
Top of the morning to you.
It wasn't as bad as watching Taliesin
Oh,
those first 5 episodes.
Yeah, less is more, but man, yeah, Talison's was rough.
Yeah, that was harsh.
Talison's was rough. But you know
No
what?
one
That's
knew what he was doing.
I mean, it's like when somebody that can't do Scottish that can't do it. Like sometimes it's just your tongue just doesn't want to work. This is not in your favor.
Yeah. I'm good with accents for like 2 sentences, and then it just dies real quick.
Then it all turns to the same thing. You sound like the same character over and over again.
I always go Australian, always.
No, it's good.
You're Australian. Be Australian.
If you have an inspiration card, save it for next week. True. Yeah, save it for next week. Oh, I'm glad we're in the city now. You guys had to endure some hardcore food porn, but there is no better way to set the scene for a city, in my mind, than to eat what they do, because everybody has that. You got a connection to that.
Oh yeah, every city I travel to, I gotta spend at least 1 night and 1 day like eating. You go out tonight and you get 2 meals. You go during the day and you walk around the city and you find those places.
Exactly. How do you explore a city? You look at the sights and you eat the food.
Yeah.
Since you know the sights are only one-sided on this, we can all enjoy the food.
And because I, Tim, have a great constitution, I can do street vendors. I can do.
Yes.
When I came to SoCal for the first time, the first thing I did was get a Tijuana dog.
I'll never forget the time I tried to get fun to eat a TJ hot dog, and they all looked at me like I was insane. Wait, it's a hot dog surrounded by bacon, covered in mayonnaise, mustard, and ketchup.
Yep.
No, you can eat those 3.
And
That's fine.
you can get peppers and cooked with it if you want to, and it's all cooked on a weird flat top grill that's on a little shopping cart.
Screw you, chat. All right, everyone's all like, "Oh, Gale's not gonna escape his father." Screw you, chat. Okay.
Oh, dude, when I found out a way to work that in, dude, I stuck the dagger in that so hard. I was like, yeah, make sure you send that to your father. Your father needs to see that today.
We already established that last episode that this campaign is all about daddy issues.
Yeah. Gale's quest.
I've been doing everything to just let's do this. Let's do this.
I dig it because it's a different. I love when I got to read a little bit more in depth to Neverwinter. I love that it's not the typical story. Like everybody's getting levied with taxes, and they're not entirely xenophobic to where they're like, no, we don't want any foreigners coming in, wrecking our place. Like they still need this thing rebuilt. Like they understand that they need immigrants to make this city great again. And it's a port town. Everybody's fucking immigrant. Like even if you're original family from Port Town, it's because you were brought there. So like there's still
you got off the boat.
Yeah, you got off the boat. So instead, it's this interesting story of this person rising to power over a city that is populous and does good things, but also does some really questionable financing.
Yep.
It is
Very questionable if anybody's played 2 modules ago.
Yeah,
Pretty questionable.
some very questionable financing. This is the kind of person that goes down, either is vilified, or there's a statue on every street, depending on how they play their cards.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a thin line of either villain or glory, and he's just waiting.
It's just how good your PR is.
Yeah. Oh, to the victor go the spoils, and so do the history books.
There's a thin line between light and darkness.
Oh, we get to see it. We get to see it play out. I'm so excited because there is no point in my mind ever that anything cool like this was going to happen with Tormund's Quest. We would have killed that dragon, and we would have went, if it was still just me and radio, we would have went right into
who knows?
Dominus. No, we probably would have. I didn't expect to play that long. You know, one-on-one, we've been probably getting a little crispy at 20 sessions. That's probably about a 10 or 15 with a one-on-one that you'd want to go.
I can go with you easy 30, 35, 60 sessions without getting crispy. I mean, the two-man chuck and jive, we can do all day long, baby.
Well, the one thing we also learned about that is I really don't like, we figured that we were just going to drag and drop people all the time. And I realized that I hate drag and dropping people just as much as I hate doing one-shots all the time. Because
or troubleshooting audio.
It's the same thing. You're doing the same.
You're doing the same thing. You're just doing the same thing. And setup aside, just getting them in, like, you really gotta have somebody that's seasoned for this type of game to be able to drag and drop. And a lot of it, it's very difficult.
They gotta be able to, like, it's
hard for anybody.
You see this question a lot in CR forums, like, why don't they get so-and-so? Why don't they get so-and-so? Why can't I play? Shit like that. And it's because the people that they do get are seasoned, veteran, great voice actors and actors themselves. So they can literally just hop into a scene with seamless effects.
Yeah.
Seamless effects.
The last thing they want to do is break up continuity. They literally sit there and like, okay, how can I be as minor as possible with getting to add some flavor in your story?
Yeah.
So, they get, those are deep session zeros before they even come on CR. We ain't got no time for deep session zeros. You go right into the skillet over here.
Yeah. Well,
Literally,
even when they get the people that have never played, like Carrie Payton or
Kyrie. Oh my god.
Yeah. Or in campaign 1 very early when they got the guy who played, it wasn't Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
It escapes my brain.
Will Friedle.
Like, Will Friedle, thank you very much. Even when they got him, like, watching him drop in, that was literally his first game.
Yeah.
And he was waist deep immediately, and he knew his character. He had it all. I mean, obviously, Matt sits and explains everything to him, but, like,
especially
most new players, like, it takes them a good few hours at the table to be like, I got this now. And as a DM, that's my favorite thing, is teaching people how to play. And as a DM, that's my favorite place to witness, is when that player just all of a sudden it turns over and you can see it in their brain, and they do something that's so unbelievably perfect that you as a DM didn't think of it, and you're like, damn, you just won me. Like,
and it's a lot easier over here with a pre-existing universe where a lot of people know stuff about the Forgotten Realms, even though it's our own improvised version of it. You understand the constructs. When you're thrown over into somebody's homebrew land, you're like, dude, I don't even know what goes on over here. Like, you need
to. Sure. Yeah.
Can you send me your wiki, please?
Yeah. Well, what spells did your DM outlaw because he just hated them?
Yeah. Well, just as a historical note for the chat, when me and RoBear were talking about, you know, come on and guest on the show, he literally said, I need a noble spellcaster. That was it.
Yeah.
I just need a noble for out in the lodge. That's all.
Yep. All he told me is, like, you're gonna run this lodge. You're not gonna play the character that's built for the module, so don't even read it. And he gave me the two sidekicks and then changed them on the spot. And I was like, perfect.
Hey, you know how you know when you're a good player in CaptainRoBear's army is when he can throw something at you 2 seconds before it happens, and you know exactly how you're gonna play it. Tormund.
and to go further, I didn't know the module was diving so deep into Talos and Storm.
Oh, it has nothing.
Was just like, I was like, I don't know. This sounds the Storm Sorcerer sounds cool. I've never played it, and I want to try something new, so I'll do that. And then it was just like
Pure
here
luck.
we are.
Pure luck on like the end of session 1 and session 2 with you guys. And I was like, hey, I think I figured out how I'm gonna wrap up the second half of this campaign. Hot damn.
There's a lightning board.
And I mean, the lightning board's in there, but there's no
It's in the module, yeah.
there's no fun with Talos. Like these are like the redneck worshipers like sacrificing people to get to talk to them. Like these are the lowest of the low, and now we've integrated all this intelligent contact.
Yeah.
That's in there now.
No, it's a fun story. I am terrified of where it's going. Because
dude, you have terrorists in your own hometown. And you agree with them. And you agree with them. That's gonna be an interesting conflict on the inside to sit there and agree with everything somebody says, and you walk out and then that happens.
Yeah, I've got a week to really think about some stuff, that's for sure. Because I don't know how ingrained my family is. I don't even like my family. I don't even like them. Like I don't know. It's gonna be, I don't know. It's gonna be weird. Emotion Storm is gonna be in full effect in all different angles, and ain't nobody know what's gonna happen.
I can't wait to paint the other side. I can't wait to paint the other side of the picture constantly of how people feel about Daggle Neverember.
Daggle Neverember. What a son of a bitch.
A man of the people. It'll be very hard for me not to work in huge every time he speaks. Neverwinter gonna be huge. Neverwinter's gonna be huge. Huge. This is great city here, great people.
And with that, I'm done.
I'm done. All right, boys, let's play some Destiny, shall we?
Get on it.
Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for all the kind raids and gifted subs and all the energy and support. Oh my God, you guys are so much fun to get to RP in front of. Thank you guys. We will see you. Cap off the week of D&D tomorrow, 10 p.m. CST. Be good to each other and continue to wash your damn hands.